Hey y'all, what's up? It's Amanda and I'm back with another video. So today's video is going to be a book haul. I have acquired a few books and I wanted to share them with you. So first off, don't judge me, okay? This was like my final hurrah before grad school started. So now that grad school has started, I will not be buying any books. I also just started a full-time job if you haven't watched any of my videos previously. So I went from part-time to full-time. And so now I have more disposable income. But with that being said, I'm going on a book buying ban from like the beginning of September until the end of the year because it's holiday season now. And I'm gonna need to save that money to buy Christmas gifts and stuff like that. So anyways, without further ado, let's get right on into the video. Okay, so I just want to say, first off, before we start, my washer and dryer is going right now, and it's right outside that door. So if you can hear that, just bear with me. Also, I'm using natural lighting, and it might come in and out. It's kind of a cloudy day. So we are just gonna work with it. This is what we got going on so far. All right, so we are going to get into the books. I bought like half of the books new and half of the books used. So I spent a lot of money, but not as much as it could have been if I bought everything new. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this first stack is actually just a series that I got. I got the, what series is this? I got the Southern Reach series by Jeff Vandermeer. This is the 10th anniversary edition of the books. So we have Annihilation, which is just gorgeous. Like it has this gorgeous, almost foiling iridescence to it. We have Authority with this beautiful cover. And then we have Acceptance. So I've never read these books before, but my boyfriend's sister's boyfriend has read these and loves these books. So at least I'm pretty sure he has. He reads a lot of sci-fi, and he said that it was good from what I remember. If it wasn't him, then that's kind of awkward, but I'm pretty sure he was the one that told me that this is a really great series to read. So I'm very excited about it. I'm trying to get into my sci-fi era. You'll see with like a little bit of the books that I've gotten a couple more sci-fi. But yeah, so these are the first books. I got these books from bookshop.org. I try to use bookshop.org as much as possible because it supports local indie bookstores of your choice. You get to choose which bookstore you're going to support. If not, it just goes into if you don't choose a bookstore, it just goes into this big pot that they use to spread to other indie bookstores. I think they'll choose a bookstore for you. But anyways, that's besides the point. I highly recommend that you use bookshop.org if you're purchasing online. They have a bunch of sales all the time, a bunch of deals, and they're just amazing service and local indie kind of bookstore to support. So I highly recommend. Next, I went to Barnes & Noble and I got 4 books. These were all 50% off from their recent hardback 50% off sale. So the first one I got is I Love You So Much It's Killing Us Both by Mariah Stovall. I don't know much about this book. I just know that I read the inside flap and I was intrigued in the bookstore, but I don't remember what it was about. But I've been seeing this book everywhere on Instagram in the circles that I follow of bookstagrammers. So I'm very excited to get into this one. Next, we have Interesting Facts About Space by Emily Austen. I have been dying to read Emily Austen, and now I have one of her books. It came a little ripped. I don't know if you can see that little tear. All right, my camera cut me off. But basically, I was just saying that there was a little tear on the cover, and the bookseller at the register was you know this has a tear in it, right? I was like, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm just going to tape it up. And then she scanned it in and she was like, it has a discount too. I was like, yes, that's the whole reason why I'm buying this. But anyways, I am very excited to get into Emily Austen. I will hopefully be having a vlog reading Emily Austen, possibly coming out in October. That's the plan anyways. So we'll see. We'll see what my reading's looking like during the semester because I'm kind of struggling right now. The next book that I picked up from Barnes & Noble is The Haunting of Velkwood by Gwendolyn Keist. This book intrigues me because Books and Lala recently read it in a vlog and she was like, this is 5 stars, amazing horror. So I'm very intrigued to read it. It's not that long. It's only like 200 something pages. Yes, like 235 pages. And I just know that it's kind of like a haunting story, obviously, like The Haunting of Velkwood. And Rachel Harrison blurbed it. Let's see who else blurbed it. No other author that I've read from before. So that's interesting. But Rachel Harrison, I've also wanted to pick up books from her, so that intrigued me as well. Her blurb says, one of the most original ghost stories you will ever read. So that is interesting. That's promising. But yeah, 50% off. I had to pick it up. And lastly, from Barnes & Noble, I got Come and Get It by Kylie Reid. I have read Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. That was her debut. And I really loved it. So I decided to pick up her next book. I don't know what this one is about, so don't ask me. I just know that Emily Henry blurbed it on the back. And yeah, so did Elizabeth Acevedo, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one. This is also a little chunkier than I thought it would be initially. So that's that. Next stack. I got all of these from indie bookstores. So let's see. I'm just going to go from the top of the pile. The first one that I have at the top of the pile is All Systems Red by Martha Wells. This is a novella from the Murderbot Diaries series. There's like at least 7 books in this series, I think. And it's like a sci-fi story. I'm very intrigued to read this. I heard that the main character is very like funny. And like even though you expect this Murderbot to be murderous, all the Murderbot wants to do is like chill and not kill people. So I thought that was a very interesting premise. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to read this one. Next is a book that I have been highly anticipating, I guess. Not anticipating, but I've been wanting this one for so long, and I finally found it in store. This is The Trouble with White Women, A Counter-History of Feminism by Kyla Schuler, forward by Brittany Cooper. So this is actually written by one of my professors from Rutgers. I went to Rutgers for my undergrad, and basically it has very small print, so that's concerning. But she wrote this book and the premise intrigued me, so I was like, I have to support my girly. I have to support this amazing professor that I have had in the past. So let's see who else blurbed it. Alok Vade Menon blurbed this, which is very interesting. They are a big advocate for, you know, feminism and intersectionality. Next, I have Jawbone by Monica Ojeda. This is like a translated book. It's translated by Sarah Booker. And I've heard so many things about this one, so I decided to pick it up. This one I don't know much about. I've just heard so many people reading it. So I, you know, had to pick it up. It's like a horror book. That's like the vibes that I'm getting from it. So we'll see. Next is another horror book. This is Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones. This is a lot thicker than I was anticipating, but this is following our main character Jade from the first book. This is a sequel. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is the sequel to My Heart is a Chainsaw. And I loved that book when I read it. I read it in my, I believe, Summerween vlog. So check that out if you haven't already. That's that one. Next is a book that I'm very excited about. This is Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. Yes, I got the other Emily Austen book. I'm sad that it's not in hardcover because I like to have, if I buy all the books from an author, I like to have them all match. I hope that makes sense to y'all. Like, if I buy a hardcover for an author that I find out I'm gonna love and I want all their books, I want all the books to be hardcover, or vice versa. If the first book I buy is the paperback, I want the rest of the books to match and be paperback, but this one is not gonna match. So it's sad. Very sad time. Anyways, this next one is The People We Keep by Alison Larkin. This one, I actually asked the bookseller like to recommend me a book that I asked her to recommend me a book that's not sad and depressing, because I feel like a lot of the books that I read are sad and depressing, and I wanted something that would be like a happy, fun time. She was having a hard time because this was at an indie bookstore, and every book that she recommended, she was like, oh, I have to check to see if we have it in stock, and then they didn't have it in stock. So it's kind of awkward. We went through like 4 or 5 books, and I was about to leave when she was like, oh, this one. So I'm hoping this is a happy, fun time. It looks like it will be from the cover. That's the sun, if you couldn't tell. But yeah, if you've read this book, let me know. Is it a happy, fun time? I would like to know. And lastly, for all the books I bought full price, is The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. I am so excited for this one. I know that Meg with Books here on YouTube read this and rated it 5 stars. She loved it so much. But I know that a lot of people have like conflicting opinions on, not conflicting opinions, but polarizing opinions on this book. I don't read a ton of thrillers, but I feel like this one is going to be up my alley. So we'll see. Okay, next we have this huge big bag that I got from the used bookstore. So let's go through it real quick. All right, y'all, so we are moving on to all the thrifted books that I got from, not thrifted, but like all the used books that I got from used bookstores. Also the sun, it just be coming in and out. So we're gonna start off with all the paperback books that I got first. So I picked up The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I know this is like a classic sci-fi. Do I know much about it? No, I do not. Did I think this tiny copy of it was so cute I couldn't pass it up? Yes. Yes. So I got this one. It was also like $2. So I actually have a fun story about when I went to the used bookstore. There was another couple in the used bookstore. Like, I went to 2, but the first one that we went to, there was another couple there who was looking for the book Lessons in Chemistry, and they couldn't find it anywhere in like the hardcover books. So I was just like, you know, I could overhear them, but I was just like minding my own business. And then I went into this other room that was all paperback books, and I found Lessons in Chemistry in paperback. So I went up to the lady who was looking, like the customer that was looking, and I was like, hey, I heard that you were looking for Lessons in Chemistry. Like, I found it in paperback, and I showed it to her, and she was so happy that she went, when she like paid and left, she actually left me like $5 to go towards my purchase. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so exciting. So I basically got 2 books for free. Just thought that was a fun little tidbit. I just thought that was so cute, paying it forward, you know. But anyways, I'm going to organize all of these books a little bit. I basically went through like all these books, and I wanted to find the entire series of Anne Rice's Vampire Chronicles. The first one is Interview with the Vampire. So I got this like mass market size paperback of Interview with the Vampire. You can see it's very well loved, but I've never read this series before, and I just, you know, saw the opportunity and I seized it. So let me know if you've read this series before. I'm very excited to get into it. But I just realized that I bought 2 of the same book. This is The Queen of the Damned, and this is The Queen of the Damned by Anne Rice. So let me know which one I should keep. I might keep both of them because I love the green on this, but then I love the person on the cover of this. So let me know. Anyways, that's 2 more books that I got. So I got Interview with the Vampire. I got 2 copies of The Queen of the Damned. I'm just going to go through these. These are probably not in the correct order, but this is The Vampire Lestat. This says it's book 2, so that's book 2. Then I have Blood and Gold with this cover. I have Merrick with this cover. I have Memnoch the Devil with this cover. And this one says it's book 4. So this is The Tale of the Body Thief. And this one is actually in really good condition compared to the rest of them. So here's my stack of all of the Vampire Chronicles novels. I don't think I have all of them, to be honest. I think there's like 10 books in the series, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 books here, but 2 of them are duplicates, so I have 7 books in the series. Let me know which books I'm missing if you know the books in the Vampire Chronicles. If you've read them before, let me know how you like them, if you didn't like them. I'm intrigued to know. Okay, we are on to the final 3 books, okay? The next book that I got is The Death Cure by James Dashner. This is book 3 in the Maze Runner series. I read the Maze Runner last year, maybe around like November time, and basically I loved it. Like, I've never read the Maze Runner series before, so I was very happy that I liked it. I just found the first book in a little free library and I was like, oh, I'll read it. It was amazing. So then I got the second book, which is The Scorched Trials, and I got it in the original cover, and I was like, oh, I have to find the third one. Finally found the third one. And this was $5. So a little expensive for like a used bookstore, but I'm glad I got it. Next, this book makes me laugh. This is The 2000s Made Me Gay, Essays on Pop Culture by Grace Perry. So I have no idea who Grace Perry is. I have no idea the context of this, but I just thought the cover was amazing and that the title is amazing. Like, look, that's an iPod. Isn't that so funny? Isn't that so funny? So some of the chapter titles, like the essay titles, are really funny. One of them just says Cherry Chapstick. One of them says The Glee Bubble, like Introduction, Some Notes on Escapism. Come on, this is totally up my alley. So this is a nonfiction, if you couldn't tell. It's a collection of essays, and I'm very excited to get to this one. I showed my boyfriend and he was like, you are ridiculous. I was like, yes, I am. Anyways, this is the last book that I got in this crazy huge haul. This is Fran Kiss Stein by Jeanette Winterson. It is like an autographed copy, and I have never heard of this before. It's like a YA, and I'm very intrigued by it. I thought that I have not read Frankenstein yet, but I'm intrigued to read Frankenstein retellings, and I have quite a few Frankenstein retellings on my shelf, so I was thinking of doing a vlog reading Frankenstein, the original text, and also reading these Frankenstein retellings, so let me know if you're interested in that vlog. Alright y'all, so that is my book haul. I have too many books to hold up and show you, so I'm not going to show you them. I can show you a quick little clip of what I'm looking at. So yeah, I'm gonna insert a clip of the books that I am looking at right now. I just piled them up in front of me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have read any of the books that I hauled in this video, please let me know your thoughts on them down below in the comments. Also, if you don't know what to say, comment the thumbs up emoji, because this book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, has the thumbs up emoji, because you know, like old-fashioned hitchhikers would do this, like stick their hand out and be like this, you know? Have you heard of that? Are you guys too young to know about that? Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel down below. I will have all my social medias linked in the description as well. I have Instagram, Threads, TikTok, The Storygraph, and Goodreads, so follow me or friend me on any of those. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.